I pictured a rainbow. You held it in your hands. I had flashes, but you saw the plan. I wandered out in the world for years, while you just stayed in your room. I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. You were there in the turnstiles with the wind at your heels. You stretched for the stars, and you know how it feels to reach too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon. I was grounded while you filled the skies. I was dumbfounded by truth. You cut through lies. I saw the rain-dirty valley. You saw Brigadoon. I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon. I spoke about wings. You just flew. I wondered, I guess that I tried. You just knew. I sighed. But you swooned. I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. With a torch in your pocket and the wind at your heels, you climbed on the ladder, and you know how it feels to get too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. Hey, yeah. Unicorns and cannonballs, palaces and piers, trumpets, towers and tenements, wide oceans full of tears, flags, rags, ferry boats, cylinders and scars, every precious dream and vision underneath the stars. Yes, you climbed on the ladder with the wind in your sails. You came like a comet, blazing your trail too high, too far.
Welcome here to On the Sidelines. Today I'm absolutely delighted to say I'm joined by current attacker at Cambridge United, Tom Knowles. How you doing, Knowlesy?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, all well. Thanks for coming on
Yeah.
and joining us. Obviously, this will go out at a later date, but we're talking on Friday evening here before Tranmere tomorrow. And what a great start it's been for the U's. You couldn't have wished for better.
No, exactly. 8 goals and none conceded in the league. It's, you always want to get off to a good start, especially in the league, because it sort of puts you in good stead for the season upcoming. And you put yourself in a good start, you then, you're looking towards the top half of the table rather than bottom half. Hopefully, if we can keep this up, we've got a lot of games coming up thick and fast. So the most amount of points we can get, obviously, highly doubt we'll go the season unbeaten or anything. So you're going to have your dip in form. But no, if we can keep this run going for as long as we can, when that dip comes, we should be in a good place to deal with it.
That's fantastic. It's been a great start. Obviously, we'll come back to United in a bit. But I just want to talk to you about your journey in the game and how you started out gather you're from the Newmarket area, Knowlesy, and was it there that you started playing football and started to start your football career?
Yeah, so it was, I played for my local team since I was about 5 or 6, Spell Swallows. Then it's about under 8s. I got picked up by Cambridge, done their like pre-academy shadow like group training just once a week at my local Astro. And then each season I got on, I took a step higher up in the pyramid they had going. So by under 11s, I was in the academy. I spent the season there and then dropped back down to the shadow group. But carried on, went back and carried on playing for Burwell Swallows. And then it was probably got to about under 14s, 15s, and they folded. So then a lot of my mates were joining Newmarket. So I joined there and played there under 15, under 16, done well, played in the EGA. I was playing with Harry Darling as well in that team. And then had a couple of opportunities to trial at the academy again, but unfortunately wasn't successful in getting a contract at that age. So I played under 18s for Newmarket and joined the CRC Shadow Scholarship, as it were, for like CRC for 2 years. But it was at the start of my under 17 season, I got an opportunity to go and train with the youth teams. They're a bit short on players, so sort of like I was doing well for Newmarket in Cambridge, so a bit of a reward. So they liked the look of me, so I kept playing and training. Unfortunately, I missed the cutoff to be like awarded a scholarship, so like to be able to get paid and be at Cambridge full time. So I was playing about 5 games a week. I was playing for Newmarket under 18s on a Tuesday and Thursday, and then the Shadow Scholarship on a Wednesday, and then the academy or the youth team on a Saturday morning. And there was a couple of occasions where I'd play for the youth team on a Saturday morning, then dart it back to Newmarket to play for their first team at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. So I was playing a lot of games. So I think I made 12 appearances for Newmarket first team. So like, I think playing at a young age in that like men's football helped me a lot. Although it's only 12 games, what you pick up from players that have been playing at that level for a long time, like you learn different tips and tricks. That's what I've learned throughout my time on loan. But then Bonds came in as the youth team manager about, I think it was about November, December time, and took over the youth team and said, look, we want to try and make this work. You're playing too many games. Like, we want you basically, but obviously I missed the cutoff, so I couldn't play full time for Cambridge. But we sort of made it work that I could train every day with the youth team, play for the youth team, but then also do my education alongside it. So that worked for half a season, and then like there's a lot of discussion about what had happened in what would have been my second year of my scholarship. So we managed to line it up well that I could do my education alongside the youth team and basically be a scholar, but without, like, unfortunately, perks of getting paid and like being a Cambridge United player, if you see what I mean. But then after that, like it was sort of like I had the same opportunities as everyone else. Towards the back end of my scholarship, I went on loan to St Neots, played a few games there, and then got offered a development contract at the end of that season. So it's sort of like, it was nice because all the other players were getting paid, I wasn't, but it was like the hard work and the determination that, you know, I never thought I'd be a professional footballer, and when I was playing for Newmarket, like I really didn't think it. So it was nice that an opportunity is always around the corner to like step up and play.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I read a quote from Mark Bonner himself saying, he had high appraisal for himself, saying that, you know, it was your dedication and hard work. And obviously they'd seen something in you at Newmarket to say, hey, you know, we've got to get this lad in and get him training and doing things properly. But like you say, you've got to have the application together with that. And obviously it's work. So high appraisal from what is the first team manager now. So you must be pleased that you got that opportunity at that time, as you just alluded to. You weren't sure if you'd play professional football when you're at Newmarket. So you must have been pleased at that stage.
Yeah, definitely. Because like, I think like it's always put me in good stead that, you know, if you make mistakes, it's okay because you learn all the time and you're constantly learning. I mean, you know, you look at players like Messi, Ronaldo, they're probably still learning and adapting their game the older they get. So, like for me, like anyone can work hard. You don't have to have talent, ability, anything like that. You just got to have the right mindset and determination to work hard. And I think not being paid was actually quite a good thing for me, because then it, like when I did get my first contract and I did start getting paid, it was like, you've worked hard for this and you deserve it. And like me personally, I get a lot more joy out of working for something and getting the rewards for it than something just being handed to me on a plate. So I think like me going out on loan as well, like it's in the nicest way possible that I'm helping the team I'm on loan at, but in a selfish way, I've got to do everything I can because I don't want to be playing in those sorts of teams. I want to be playing league football week in, week out in my career as high as and for as long as possible. So I've got to go there and be selfish, but also help the team out as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you had some good loan stints there, Knowlesy. I watched you in games at St Ives, Cambridge City, Kettering. You had a really successful time at Chelmsford.
Yeah.
How valuable were them experiences going out and playing just off conference level then? Tough games, physical defenders. You're obviously a quick player, got a bit of rough treatment. As I said, I watched some of them games. How valuable was that experience playing in them Southern League fixtures?
Massively, because I look now and I've played well over 100 games of senior men's football, and so like I might not have played that if I hadn't been at Cambridge. You know, it's like all these opportunities come along and you just got to try and take it, because like it probably now more so than ever, there's ex-league players playing in non-league. So like that experience, like I touched on Chelmsford, like you've got Robbie Simpson, Mickey Spillane, Chris Welpdale, Elliot Omazuzi that have played hundreds of games in the league, and now they're like helping me out on my journey as they're coming down. I'm hopefully going up. So you just got to learn as much as you can while you're on loan, because you're there for a reason. You're there to get minutes, to get experience, and to learn and to adapt your game, because League Two is a physical league, and so is Conference South Step 3 level. Like you're always going to get people, especially players like me, when I nip past someone, they're not going to like it, so they're going to want to kick you the next time you go past them. So it's learning to take those knocks as well, get up and go again, because that will frustrate them even more.
Yeah. So you say you had a good few spells there, played under some different managers, likes of Ricky Maheineke at St Ives. I know he's quite well regarded locally as a good manager. Robbie Simpson. I suppose you just took different bits off each manager to sort of help you in your education, if you like.
Yeah, definitely. I think like places like St Ives and Royston, they sort of like just allowed me to go and play my game and sort of like go on, like you got the freedom, the license to sort of go where you want, do what you want, but still having that defensive discipline to, right, when we don't have the ball, you need to be in a shape. And I think the higher up you go, what I've learned is, so at Chelmsford, obviously the quality is better, but it's like you got to think about the game a lot more. So staying concentrated for 90 minutes rather than, you know, in step 3, step 4, the players might not have the quality that if you do have a lapse in concentration, it might not cost you. Whereas the higher up you go, obviously the better the players. If you switch off for 1 second, that could be the difference between you scoring or missing a chance or them scoring. So you've got to be concentrating fully on the game, as well as like trying to put your stamp and mark on the game and eventually winning. And because the higher up you go as well, more people's jobs are on the line. Like it goes from playing on a Saturday with your mates, training once or twice a week maybe, to like people are earning a living of playing football and like managing a team. So for them to put their trust in you to play in their team, like you just want to like pay them back in a way, because you're there to help them and they're there to help you. Sorry.
Exactly. So we spoke about your loans, Knowlesy, there, and now I suppose it's the transition of making the breakthrough into the first team at Cambridge, which you've done. We've seen flashes and glimpses as supporters of what you're capable of and what you can do. Your free kicks, especially, absolutely superb, and scored a couple of bangers for United already recently against Fulham under 21s. So I suppose now you're at the age, you're 21, you're hungry, like you said, you're a very dedicated lad. You're looking to really, you've been involved in every squad so far in the Carabao Cup and in the league. So you're hoping to just grasp your chance this season. As you said, the games are coming thick and fast. You'll get opportunities. It's all about taking them and proving that you're a League Two player now.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like Fulham under 21s game, that was my first start for Cambridge. So like then it's sort of like it's been a build up over the past 3 or 4 seasons what I've been working towards. And then to go out and play, obviously I felt like I had a good game and done well, obviously scored. Like it's sort of like that's what I've been waiting for, and I'll go and take that opportunity. And like you say, with so many games coming up and like the smaller squad this year, it's definitely a season where I feel like I can really kick on and push on and prove to the fans, to Bonds, to the club that I can play comfortably at this level and really kick on. And obviously if the team's doing well, then the confidence is going to be through the roof, and then that can only help me, because I think it's always hard going into a team that might not be doing well, because then people start getting on your back maybe. And whereas if it's all going well, then like it gives you the freedom to express yourself and like take the games by the scruff of the neck and be like, go on and go get yourself a goal.
So just talk us through like the free kicks and Knowlesy. You're obviously, that's part of your expert side of the game. We've seen it obviously against Morecambe, your first goal for the club, and then recently, as I said, Fulham. Is that something you've always had in your locker? Is it something you stay behind and practice regular? Even the Fulham one, it was clever because you caught the keeper out. So again, thinking about it, but it's one thing wanting to do something with the ball, but actually executing it, you seem very good at.
Yeah, so I won't say it's always been a speciality of mine. I'm usually a set piece taker. Like at Newmarket under 18s, I'd take set pieces. Under Bonds and youth team, I'd take set pieces. So sort of like a quality I've had, but I've never really like scored many free kicks. If you see what I mean, like I've been a set piece taker, but to shoot from them, I haven't really done that much. Until probably I started full time at Cambridge, when you have got that extra time to practice things after training and that. And I remember Bond saying to me, it's them little extra things that can help get you in the team. For example, like taking corners with both feet, having a long throw, like that could 1 week, be like, oh, Knowlesy's got this against someone else, we'll start him. So it's having them little things that might put you ahead of other people in the starting lineup. So definitely having that on my side is a big thing, because if you can nab 3 or 4 goals a season from free kicks, then I'll be more than happy to step on and take them on. And I'm not saying I'm going to score everyone, but having that confidence that I have already scored a couple is like shows that I've got the ability to hopefully kick on and score more. But the one against Fulham, I promise you, I wasn't going to shoot until I pulled my foot back. I saw the keeper move to the side a little bit and thought, go on, I'll try that little one. I had it in the back of my mind, but thought, no, it's the angle's against me a little bit here. But no, thankfully caught the keeper out and went in. And I think Diggers had 1 or 2 words to say, because he thought I was going to cross it. And then he was waiting and he go, you greedy. Thankfully, it went in. So I can't complain.
No, it was nice. Obviously, we had the supporters in that night to see your goal as well. I know the club made a massive effort, and it went tremendously well. Obviously, it's been a bitter blow, the news this week that potentially we might not see fans for a little while. How's that gone down with the team? Because the team have got on with it, but
Yeah,
it's hard running out at the Abbey and there not being anyone vocal in the Newmarket Road end and none
yeah,
of that.
yeah, definitely. You do feel the support when they're there. You can play off the crowd a little bit. I'm always one that likes to play in front of people and try and excite them and get them off their feet. So for them to be there and their support, and even it sounds so silly, but even like to clap after a good bit of play and whatever, it really like lifts you and think, come on, then let's go again. Let's get on side and get a goal. So yeah, it's strange running out and like no one's there, and you can just hear like everyone's noise. Obviously, you can hear people on the pitch a bit better, but like I much prefer having crowds in. So hopefully, things settle down and we can start getting more people back, because it really does make a difference, especially to us.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, as I said, this will go out after the Tranmere game, but we're speaking here on Friday evening. It's really hit me a little bit. I'd love to be up there. We've got an exciting team. We're scoring goals. We've got flair, creativity, and it's just so frustrating that you're not allowed to
Yeah,
go in. But like you say, hopefully we'll be able to, or someone can see sense and we can attend football matches safely, because I'm fairly sure we can, and clubs
yeah,
need revenue. I know Ian Maffa said, for non-support, for supporters not to attend the Abbey this season could cost 500,000. So
yeah.
hopefully something can be done, and we can get a breakthrough and get back and get up the Abbey and see this team smashing it this year.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the hardest thing, is especially as we got off to a good start, and we want to keep that momentum for as long as we can. So with support there, it's only going to push us on, and like say we're playing good football, we're doing well. So that's only going to bring more people to the stadium as well, we hope. So when things do start to return to normal, maybe we might see a few more supporters come down.
I'm sure, mate. I'm 100% on that. Just want to talk about Mark Bonner then. Obviously, he helped you as a youth team player. You didn't know at the time that, he'd go on and be first team manager. He's there. He's doing a great job. If I'm being honest, I think he's a breath of fresh air. He might not be one of these bigger names, i.e., like we say, we've had the likes of Colin Calderwood that's played at the top level, but Bonds is doing superbly well. He talks well. You can see he's young, fresh, enthusiastic, and doing a great job. What makes him tick, Bonds? What's he doing so good there?
I think it's, partly because he's local. And like me, Harry, Leon, like we're all local lads. So like it means something to us, and we want to do well and we want to play well for not just ourselves and the club, but for the fans as well, and all the support we get. And I think him, like he's a good person as well as like a good manager, and he's a good people person. Like he's doing all the right things. He wants to get people involved, and is good for the community. So I think having that support behind him like helps him a lot, because he knows that he can put a team out who are going to play for him and who are going to play for the club. And like you see his recruitment as well, we've got good players who want to play and will adopt his philosophy and how he wants to play, because first and foremost he wants us to work hard and be a team that's hard to beat. And I think that him putting them ideas across straight away like just solidifies the group, and thinks like if there is a tough time in a game, we all stick in, we dig our heels in, and because every game's not going to be pretty. It's League Two. There's going to be some horrible games in there. So if we can be a team that can play football but can also be a bit nasty and be a bit tenacious, then like I think that's what he wants to be. So like again, for him to be a guy who's not far from Cambridge, who like wants to see the club and the city do well, I think it's like exciting for the future, that see what his vision can bring. And like say, if we have a good season, then who knows where we can be at the end of the year. And like I'm hoping, because obviously I've known him for almost 5 or 6 years now, that we have a good relationship. He knows what I'm about, so I can hopefully do well under him and repay any faith he puts into me.
Yeah, 100%. So you said you touched on recruitment there. Just a couple of players I'll ask you about in the squad that you're alongside on a regular basis. Got to start with Wes Houlihan. What a footballer! What's it like training and learning off a player like that every day?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, the career he's had is just phenomenal. He's got, I think, every single type of situation you can have in football on your CV: promotions, relegations, scoring at the Euros. Like, he's just an unbelievable player, and he's grounded as well. He's a really nice, humble guy. He'll always take time to talk to you, help you out, ask you questions. So having someone like him around the club is fantastic, because you can learn so much from him, not even from talking to him, but just by watching him in training. The spaces he finds, the pockets, the passes, the runs he makes, the runs you can make when you've got trust that a player of his ability is going to find you with your run. I think that it brings the whole team up, because obviously he's been in teams that have done really well. He knows what it takes to get to those levels. So by him being there, I think his just aura helps everyone and pushes people up, because you've seen it. His on the ball, his unbelievable. His technique, his quality. Just I could watch him for hours on end. He's just a class act.
He showed that against Morecambe. Obviously, it was a team effort. Paul Mullin got a couple of goals, I know, but Wes, rolling back the years, he obviously lives his life properly. You can see he doesn't carry an ounce of fat. He's 38, but he doesn't look any different to what he did back when he's balling for the likes of Norwich City and obviously Republic of Ireland. So we're kind of blessed to have a player like that, and what a pleasure you've got to play with him at this stage in your career.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, although he's probably thinking of winding down or whatever, if that's him winding down, I hate to think how scary good he was at 25, 26 in his peak.
Yeah,
because he's unbelievable. Again, we've got him, and we need to. While we have got him, we've got to take advantage of what he brings to the team. And I think we're doing that really well at the moment.
Yeah, just another player then. If you wouldn't mind talking about him, is Paul Mullin. Very good striker. I think he could score plenty of goals this season.
Definitely.
How good's Paul Mullin, and how well do you think he can do this season for us up the top?
Yeah, really well. I think, again, his work rate and his determination is unbelievable. I mean, he works so hard during games, not just for himself, but for the team as well. He'll right after chase any defender, chase dead balls down. And to have someone like that around the team, again, it rubs off on other people. When you see other people doing it, that then brings everyone else to do it. And he's got good leadership qualities as well. So from the front of the pitch, he can talk and help the team, rather than just being silent and whatever. He talks to people, helps people out, and he's not a moaner either. If you do something bad, he's not going to batter you. He'll help you, because he wants to do well. He wants the team to do well, and he wants to help other people get better. So by having him around, again, it's rubbing off on other people that him working hard and whatever, it can only be good for the team.
Yeah, for sure. So the aspirations for yourself personally going forward, then, as we said earlier, just must be to get on the pitch as much as you can. There's going to be games, due to obviously the circumstances, midweek games, Saturday cup games. You're going to get your chance. So, like we said earlier, it's all about being part of a squad, but taking your chance when the opportunity comes, Knowlesy, and kicking on and get minutes on that pitch.
Yeah, definitely, because it's going to be a long season, especially like now we've got 9 games coming up in October. Obviously, players are going to be picking up knocks and whatever. So with a small squad, it's inevitable that whenever someone's out, your chance probably isn't far away. So it's just being ready and like keeping yourself ticking over. So when you're called upon, you're ready to go straight into the team and to keep whatever momentum we have going. Because, like I say, if we can get on a little streak and win 3 or 4 games on the bounce, suddenly you could be looking up the table rather than down. And like I say, getting off to a good start now, we can look at the top of the table and think, okay, then let's see where we are by the end of each month, see how far we are away. Because, like you look at Leyton Orient, they've had a player test positive. You're going to have games rearranged and everything. And I can see that coming quite a few times throughout the season. So, you know, we've just got to keep whatever momentum we can, because, you know, games will come thick and fast and there's a quick turnaround. So that's the good thing about football, is that if you lose a game, you haven't got long before you can put it right again. So for me, I've just got to stay fit and healthy, keep on the training ground, keep pushing and improving. And then when I do get a chance or an opportunity, whether it be 5-10 minutes or a start, I've got to be there willing to help the team, you know, pop up with a goal or an assist or something, or clear one off the line. Like, whatever it takes to be on the pitch, then, you know, I'm happy to do. And I want the team to do well, because obviously we all want to go up. That's the main goal. We all want to get promotion. So if we all buy into that and gel, which we have done so far, you know, who knows where it can take us. So it's going to be an exciting season, a long one, but, you know, we're looking forward to it. And like I said, I love scoring goals and creating things. So if I can be given the opportunity to do that, then I'm ready to take it.
I'm sure you are, mate. I'm sure you'll be ready, and like you say, there'll be opportunities there for you. And I'm sure you'll play a big part. I know the supporters, even from last season, even when you were out on loan, had seen enough from you, and there was a lot of call for you, to be honest, on the forums, etc. Get Knowles back in. We need some pace and whatnot. So yeah, you've obviously shown enough to the supporters to want you to play a prominent role. Just talk to us about Tom Knowles, what he does before a game. Then we're talking on a Friday evening here before match day tomorrow. How would that pan out? Is it an early night and something good to eat and a chill out?
Yeah, I mean, usually it's fajita Friday in the Knowles household, so I have a little fajita night. Just chill out, really, watch a bit of TV, play a bit of PS4, nothing too strenuous, you know. And then Saturday mornings is got my Weetabix on the go in the morning, and then head to the game. Don't really do a lot, to be honest. Just sort of chill out and just, you know, wait for kickoff, because there can be a lot of waiting around if you're up and thinking about things. So you just got to try and keep yourself occupied. Then when you're ready to go, it's go time.
Brilliant. Well, we'll have to hook up for a game of FIFA then, mate, because I'm a bit of a PS4 fan, and I hope your rating goes up on this new one, mate.
Yeah, no, I need some more free kick accuracy, don't I? Need to get on the phone to them.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, we'll have a look when it comes out, mate. Anyway, no, I appreciate your time, mate. Top lad, very hard working, and can't wait to see how well United can do this season. And like I say, we wish you all the very best, mate, the team and personally yourself.
Yeah, nice one, mate. Cheers, appreciate it.
Cheers. Thanks very much for coming on, Knowlesy, and we'll catch up soon, mate.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Cheers, buddy.